Oscar winner Robert, as in De Niro, there's only one, has made a career out of playing tough guys. He does it so well. Now he's starring opposite himself in the new movie. It's called The Alto Knights. So Robert De Niro plays two different crime bosses, Frank Costello and Vito Genovese. The one-time friends became two of New York's most notorious and deadliest mafia leaders, vying for control of the city. Here's a look.
You're going down a very dangerous road. You know that. And we ain't been down dangerous roads before. All of a sudden, we can't go down dangerous roads. This is a road that I'm not going down because you're going to take us all down. This is not the way. You know, it's just a matter of time you're going to get pinched. But don't forget, you're a racketeer. You're a gangster. Come on. All of a sudden, you want to be half in, half out, half a racketeer. You can't have it both ways. You're either in or you're out. And whether you're half in or half out, that don't mean you ain't going to get caught the same way I could get caught or I could go down. It's the same thing. Come on, don't be naive. We don't control this, somebody else does it. This is a death sentence.
Ooh. This is a death sentence. Guess what? I believe him. Robert De Niro joins us first on CBS Mornings. Welcome to you, Robert De Niro.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We've all seen the movie. We all loved it so much because it's so fascinating. If there is such a thing as classic De Niro, and I'm not even quite sure what that means, this does seem classic De Niro. Number one, you're a very good cursor. Was that hard?
I think a lot of people curse when they're alone.
No, but the way that you do it back and forth. So let's start with the two of you together. Was that always a plan, or at one point? Because at one point I read that they were thinking maybe you and Al Pacino, and then is that true?
Yeah, there was talk of that, and then it became. Somebody came up with the idea. It was my agent, or Irwin Winkler. I forget who Irwin was then. Saying, "Look, why don't you think about this?" And I said, I didn't want it to be just a gimmick in a way.
Yeah.
But I thought there is something interesting about it. Why not try it? And these two classic mafiosi would be, something interesting to do. And so I said, okay, I'll do it.
I know, but the back and forth between the two of you, we all enjoyed that so much. Was that difficult for you to do? How did you do that?
Yeah.
Because the conversation is so rapid fire.
And we were already reciting lines from the film to each other this morning, so it's a classic.
It's a technical thing where you have to be in a certain spot, you can't, and then they have these cameras and dolly in and around, and so we had to work all that out. And when I was doing the interaction with the other character, the Vito character, and I was Frank, I read and worked with some of the actors who were playing the other parts. And one of the actors, and I feel bad forgetting his name, he was terrific. I think he played the Gambino character, I'm not 100% sure. He would do, I finally decided to have him do it with me. So when I would do Frank, he would do Vito, and when I would do Vito, he would do Frank.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't just do it with nothing. I had to do it with another actor and a person who understood that world, that whole thing, and this guy was terrific.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the technical aspects of just your craft as an actor. You famously studied with Stella Adler, and this method that she sort of imbued in you and others like Marlon Brando, you've put to great effect in all of your films. In Taxi Driver, I read that you actually drove a taxi, you hung out with Army guys to learn how to speak with a Midwestern accent. Is that still the level of preparation that you bring to the roles after all these years?
Well, for certain things, you have to. Others, you don't need to do. Every situation is different, so. But in that case, like in Zero Day, I didn't have to do certain things.
Yeah, I like Zero Day.
There's so much out there with politicians and presidents and senators and Congress people that you see these interviews every day and see them in all kinds of uncomfortable situations and this and that and how they react. There's a lot there, right there. But with this, of course, some other parts, you have no choice but to learn the accent, to learn how they speak, certain other things that they have characteristics. That's why they are that character, so you have to learn that. You have to know it.
Well, you've got a sideline here in your career of crime boss films, right? The Irishman, The Godfather, this. I mean, your father was Italian-American, your mother was Irish-American. You've played gangsters, mobsters of both qualities. Do you have a preference? What were you going to say? Did I get it wrong?
No, my mother is Dutch, a little French and German. My father's Italian and Irish.
Ah, well, that blows the whole question. So.
What was it?
The question was, do you prefer playing an Irish mob boss or an Italian mob boss?
I identify more with Italians. That's my, you know.
I know what.
But the Irish, I mean, I played in Goodfellas, what's his name? Jimmy the Gent.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, two actors who I don't think get enough attention in this movie are Lily and Nancy. You know Lily and Nancy? We have pictures
I know.
of Lily and Nancy. So can we please show the picture of Lily and Nancy? Because,
Oh, yeah.
number one, because I heard from very reliable sources who shall remain unnamed. Number one, those
They're
are
very happy now seeing this.
but that you had a hand in designing their outfits.
Yes, we thought.
Is this the Italian side or the Dutch side?
I thought that it would be interesting that when Frank walks in the park with the dog, why would the dogs not have some kind of mink coat, you know, protection?
I think just the fact that you're thinking of that cracks me up. Go ahead.
That's funny.
So anyway, whether it wouldn't have been Frank's idea, his wife, of course, would have been a thought of that, and so he's having a little trouble taking him out. But I thought it was a terrific idea, and Barry Levinson, our director, liked it a lot, and so
I loved it.
Followed
You know,
through.
I called it classic De Niro. I don't even know what that means, actually. But you're just so damn good in what you do. When you look at yourself on the screen, does it feel like classic De Niro to you in less than 30 seconds?
I don't know how to. I mean, I don't know what to say to that.
No?
Well, we'll say that you're amazing. And everything from Bang the Drum Slowly to this film, Alto Knights.
Yeah.
It is amazing as always, Mr. De Niro. It's
We'll
always
say
so
that you're amazing.
Yeah, you
Appreciate
are.
it.
That's
Thank you.
basically it. Thank you very much, Mr. De Niro.